Most parents assume that if they love their child, keep them safe, and give them what they need, their brain will naturally develop just fine. But some of the biggest threats to healthy brain development don't look dangerous at all. They look normal. They look ordinary. They look like rushed mornings, distracted responses, background noise, or habits you repeat without thinking. And what your child's nervous system is learning in those moments can shape attention, emotional regulation, confidence, and even how safe they feel in relationships for years to come. And that's what makes this so hard, because you're not trying to harm your child. You're trying to survive the day. You're getting through tantrums, chores, meals, work, exhaustion, and 1,000 tiny demands. So when a pattern keeps happening, it's easy to assume this is just life. But the early brain is always wiring itself around repeated experiences, especially the small ones. The problem isn't that you're doing something wrong, it's that no one ever taught you what to look for. And once you see these habits clearly, you can start changing them immediately. Hi, I'm Martha from Parenting Science, and in this video, we're going to talk about 7 everyday habits that can quietly stress your child's developing brain and what to do instead so you can support healthy emotional and cognitive growth. Number 1. Always responding while distracted. You know this moment. Your child is talking to you while you're on your phone, cleaning, answering a message, or half listening while thinking about the next task. You say, but you're not really there. The brain doesn't just register words, it registers connection. When your child repeatedly reaches for you and gets partial attention, their nervous system starts learning that emotional bids may not land. Over time, that can affect language growth, emotional security, and even how often they keep trying to connect. Imagine trying to have an important conversation with someone who keeps glancing away every 3 seconds. Eventually, you stop sharing as much. That's what the developing brain does too. So from now on, I want you to practice the 10-second turn-in. When your child speaks, pause, turn your body, make eye contact, and give them 10 fully present seconds before you go back to what you were doing. It doesn't have to be long, it just has to feel real. Number 2, treating every big emotion like a problem to stop. When your child cries, whines, panics, or melts down, it's so easy to jump straight into fixing, shushing, distracting, or saying, "You're okay, stop crying." But your child's brain is not just having an emotion, it is learning what emotions mean. If strong feelings are always rushed away, the nervous system can start coding emotion as unsafe, inconvenient, or unacceptable. That doesn't create regulation, it creates suppression. It's a lot like putting tape over a warning light in your car. The light disappears, the problem doesn't. This isn't about being a bad parent, it's about understanding a pattern most people were never taught. The change I want you to start making is this: name before you fix. Say, "You're really frustrated right now," or "That felt scary, didn't it?" When you name the feeling first, the brain begins organizing the experience instead of drowning in it. Number 3, keeping constant background noise on all day. The TV in the background, videos playing while you cook, a tablet nearby, music, reels, cartoons, random adult conversations, non-stop sound. A developing brain needs periods of quiet to process, predict, and build attention. When there's constant stimulation, the nervous system stays more externally pulled. That can make it harder for your child to focus, engage in deep play, or even hear the subtle rhythms of language. Think of it like trying to learn to read in a room where 10 people are talking at once. Even if you can do it, your brain has to work much harder. If this kind of deep, science-backed parenting knowledge is something you want more of, we share videos like this every week. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss them. Here's exactly how you do this. Create 2 daily quiet windows, even just 20 to 30 minutes with no background screens and no competing noise. That's when your child's brain can settle, imagine, and organize itself. Number 4, rushing your child through every task. Come on, hurry up. Let me do it. We don't have time. Shoes, snacks, climbing into the car seat, pouring water, putting toys away. Of course, real life is busy, but when your child is constantly hurried through tasks they could attempt themselves, the brain loses valuable reps in planning, sequencing, frustration tolerance, and confidence. Independence isn't just a life skill, it's brain training. Imagine if every time you tried to learn something new, someone grabbed it out of your hands because you were too slow. You'd start doubting yourself too. So from now on, I want you to build in 1 slow task a day. Just 1. Let your child zip the jacket, pour the milk, carry the spoon, or climb into the seat themselves. The goal is not speed, the goal is wiring. Number 5, overcorrecting every mistake. Your child says a word wrong, builds the tower wrong, colors outside the lines, puts the puzzle piece in the wrong place, and you jump in with the right answer immediately. It feels helpful, but when correction comes too fast, the brain shifts from curiosity into performance mode. That's where your child becomes more focused on avoiding being wrong than on exploring, experimenting, and problem solving. It's a lot like working beside someone who points out every tiny mistake before you've had a chance to think. You stop taking risks, and risk-taking is how the brain learns. This isn't about lowering standards, it's about protecting learning. The change I want you to start making is to pause before correcting. Give your child 5 extra seconds. Ask, what do you notice? Or, want to try that again? That small pause strengthens persistence far more than instant perfection ever will. Number 6, using screens to solve every hard moment. The grocery store meltdown, the restaurant wait, the car ride, the bedtime resistance, and the screen comes out because you need peace. And sometimes, truly, you do. No shame there. But if screens become the brain's main way of escaping boredom, frustration, waiting, or discomfort, your child gets fewer chances to build internal coping skills. The nervous system starts expecting outside stimulation instead of practicing inside regulation. Imagine if every time you felt stressed, someone instantly removed the feeling instead of helping you build the skill to move through it. You'd feel relief in the moment, but weaker over time. Parents who watch these videos tell us they wish they'd found this information years earlier. If that's how you're feeling right now, you're in the right place, and subscribing means you'll always have access to this kind of guidance. So from now on, I want you to create a pause before the screen. Before handing it over, try 1 regulating bridge, a snack, a song, a simple job, a sensory object, or a connection phrase like, I know waiting is hard, I'm with you. Not because screens are evil, but because coping needs practice. Number 7, expecting behavior when your child is already dysregulated. This one is huge. You ask for listening, manners, patience, or self-control after your child is already overwhelmed, hungry, overstimulated, tired, or flooded with emotion. Then when they can't do it, it looks like defiance. But a dysregulated brain can't access higher skills on command. When the nervous system is in stress mode, the thinking brain goes offline first. That means logic, impulse control, flexibility, and listening all get weaker in the exact moment you want them most. Think of it like asking someone to solve a math problem while the fire alarm is blaring. It's not that they don't know how, it's that their system can't reach it right then. Here's exactly how you do this differently. Regulate before you instruct. Lower your voice, get physically close, reduce words, offer calm before correction. Then, once your child is settled, that's when you teach. Connection first, skill second. If you saw yourself in some of these habits, I want you to hear this clearly. You do not have to do this perfectly. You just have to notice the pattern and start making one small shift at a time. Because your child's brain is not built in big, dramatic moments. It's built in the repeated, ordinary ones. Every time you respond with awareness instead of reaction, you are shaping how your child learns, feels, trusts, and grows. So the real question is this: what if the next small moment today becomes the one that changes your child's future?